That's it, just the power supply, the box, nothing else?
Yeah, that's
how
This.
So, we'll sort it out in our car.
care which side they send.
Who is everybody? Christian take that. Who he is? Who is the greatest over this? Man, he said you got everybody.
The only thing
That's not cool.
I'm if I hear anybody touching power, I'm gonna yell.
that comes from the house. That's not
You're fine. Very long table going into the computer view, the camera.
yeah, we can take that out.
Gotcha. And it's coming out. I got you all. No, it's funny. That's great. Yeah, they're fucking fat. That is the one thing I do. Throw it in. It is an easy thing. Once again, such a trap.
So I think I'll check
Yeah, we were talking to the guy that said Canelo takes a really long time to come out.
Yeah.
For the camera.
Oh,
Yeah, I moved it.
They do. Like, Chelsea's a dog, but she ain't that kind of dog.
I'm not sure
You know what I mean? That's dead.
We just did this last time.
Oh, it's not? Okay, okay.
It's not good enough. Yeah, I can see it.
Gennady, how you doing?
Good. I see.
Keith Iding from BoxingScene.com. You seem to get off to maybe a little bit of a slow start in the fight. What do you attribute that to, and how was Canelo able to get off to a fast start in the beginning of the fight?
Наверное, да, все-таки была ошибка с моей стороны, немножко стратегически, да, начать все потихоньку, но опять же хотелось бы посмотреть, как пойдет бой, как начнет развиваться. В принципе, да, мы оба так легко начали и как-то с разведки, ну и как-то это все затянулось. Когда все разошлось, то есть уже было поздно.
Probably it was a tactical mistake on my part to start slow. But on the other hand, we wanted to see how the fight is going to develop, both of us. So I believe we both started rather slowly, did some reconnaissance, and that reconnaissance probably went too long for me.
My other question for you, Gennady, is that the scorecards were close. Two of the scorecards were close, 115, 113 on two cards, 116, 112 on the other. What did you think of the scoring? And before the scores were read, were you expecting it to be as close as it was on the cards?
Я, наверное, не вправе все равно говорить о судействе, думал я не думал. Я не думал о судействе, я делал свою работу просто. Судьи, если приняли такое решение, значит, это их взгляд на это все.
I believe that it's not up to me to talk about scoring. I just did my job, and if judges came up with those scores, that's their decision.
Alrighty, right. Triple G, after the 8th round, you seem to be able to hit Canelo fairly easily. And then in the ring, you said it was strategy. Is this a strategy that you may have started too late? And can you explain to us, going into the ring, into the fight, what exactly you were planning to do?
План был один, план был выиграть. И не то, что стратегии, да, все дело, просто все это поздно немножко началось. И как бы чувствовал я себя, в принципе, очень хорошо. Вот эти вот все маленькие какие-то те удары, которые доносил Канело, в принципе, они не ощущались. То есть он не удивил меня ничем. И, в принципе, у меня не получилось там достать его где-то аж так. Ну, скажем так, бой был очень близким во всех направлениях. Судьи отдали в ту сторону.
The strategy was to win this fight, and probably we should not attribute my loss to the strategy because I felt great, and those minor shots that were successful, like with which Canelo was successful, did not surprise me, and maybe I was not that successful with my shots. And ultimately the judges scored in his favor.
Gennady, Dan Rayfield. My question for you, Gennady, is there are so many years of this rivalry, the bad blood on both sides. You're both saying bad things about each other, wanting to knock each other out. And then within 2 seconds, when the fight was over, you fall into an embrace. Everything washes away. Everything seems like you're friendly again. I wonder if you could just explain or impart upon us, how does that happen where you can have that kind of animosity and that kind of feeling for somebody, go through these 3 fights, and then immediately it's like everything is okay?
Ну, я скажу за себя, да, за себя. Я же говорил всегда то, что я не чувствовал ту враждебность. Я, как бы, он переходил это все на личное, переводил. То есть я же ему всегда говорил, ну, если у тебя есть личное, почему ты ждешь? То есть, когда ты проявляешь. И в этот момент, когда закончился бой, то есть, глядя друг другу в глаза, то есть, и мы, то есть у него не было претензий ко мне, у меня не было претензий к нему. То есть мы обнялись и обоюдно сказали, поздравили друг друга, обоюдно поздравили и сказали прекрасный бой, ну, в этом плане. и все как-то само собой наладилось. Ну, то есть это, наверное, то отношение, то, когда ты на высоком уровне и понимаешь, насколько опасен вид спорта, и он так проходит. То есть, скажем так, мы оба остались довольными теми отношениями, что между нами сложились.
Let me speak for myself. I've always said that I did not feel any animosity in our rivalry. He was the one who said that it was personal, and my response to that was, why would he waited so many years for this fight to happen? But after the fight, when we looked each other in the eye, we had no claims towards each other anymore, and we congratulated each other. We said, excellent fight, and we moved on, because we realized that at this level, this sport is so dangerous, and we were very content with how this fight played out and how our rivalry ended.
And I have one other question for you, Gennady. Everybody knows what happened in the first fight. You were very deeply disappointed with the draw. Almost everybody thought that you were the winner in that fight. Second fight, you got the close majority decision. Many, many people thought it was either a draw or that you were the winner of that fight. This fight was judged a unanimous decision for Canelo. I wanted to know if you feel like you were the rightful loser of this fight and he was the rightful winner of this fight.
Я скажу так, в своих 40 лет я уже понимаю гораздо больше, чем в 36. И всем желаю так понимать и здраво рассуждать 40 лет. То есть все мы понимаем, что это за игра и при каких условиях. Скажу так, судьи отдали в ту сторону, то есть это их мнение. Победил Канело, с чем я его поздравляю.
Well, I'm 40 years old, and I'm probably wiser when I was 36. And so we all understand the rules of the game. We are looking at that from a reasonable standpoint. So the judges ruled in Canelo's decision, and he was announced as the winner of this fight.
Didn't really answer the question, but okay.
Gennady, Muhammad Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. My question to you is, you watched the Bivol fight, and I know you had to have seen some flaws in Canelo that you could have taken advantage of in this fight. When you first walked in the ring, did you have that in mind when you were fighting, beginning this fight? Did you see the flaws in him?
Ну, на самом деле, да, я бы хотел бы его немножко затянуть, как говорится, в глубокие раунды, да, то есть сюда, и уже начать работать. В принципе, у меня это получилось, немножко поздно это получилось, но, опять же, я скажу за себя, я не почувствовал ни каких-то точных сильных ударов на себе, то есть не пропускал грандиозно, посмотрите на мое лицо, да, то есть, да, и я не попал, но я чувствовал себя очень хорошо и свежо, просто не хватило времени.
Indeed, there was a plan to bring Canelo closer, to let him open up, so I could try to do my job, to basically try to do what I wanted to do, and maybe it was too late in the game that began to actually happening. But at the same time, I didn't miss any like strong punches. Like you can look at my face; it's all clean, and I look fresh. It's just probably since I started late in the fight, I did not have enough time to fulfill my game plan.
Lance Pugler, USA Today Sports. Gennady, congratulations. I mean, outstanding 3 fights. I just wanted to ask you, when you get home to the beach at age 40, do you think at all that you will be tempted to reflect upon the fact that you have your health, you just got a massive payday for fighting Canelo again, and you are a champion, and that you may call it a career at that point. Will that run through your mind at all?
Однозначно да, потому что я скажу так, во мне вот эта вот страсть к боксу еще пока не остыла. В данный момент у меня 3 пояса 160, мне надо решать свои вопросы. И, ну, я думаю, даже скажу, может быть, немножко громко, я неплохо себя чувствовал, и если вы видели, как бы я, в принципе, даже не пропускал и не устал, то есть я показал, что еще есть силы, чему я очень рад. Где бы я ни находился, я, конечно, буду думать о том, как вернуться и с каким настроем.
Indeed, I still have this fire burning within me. I have this ardor and passion for boxing. And don't forget that I have 3 belts in 160. I feel great, like I said. I did not allow any serious shots. And I'm not tired, I'm fresh. I feel the strength, I feel the power within me. And of course, if opportunity comes, I'll be looking to continue to return on the ring.
Hi, Steven Coreno, Carolina Sports. Congratulations, Gennady, on a good performance. You just said you have 3 belts at 160, but you look great at 168. Do you plan on moving back down and continuing your career at 160?
Но опять же, все будет зависеть от предложения 168, но в данный момент у меня 3 пояса 160, мне надо будет как-то решать свои проблемы. Ну, не проблемы, а вопросы 160.
Well, it will all depend on offers that I might receive. At the same time, I have 3 belts at 160, like I just said, so I have certain obligations in connection with that.
Triple G, congratulations for the fight. Aside from the loss, what do you take from this magical night for you tonight? What do you take from this magical night, aside from the loss?
Прям так, чтобы я чувствовал, что прям я проиграл или какой-то остаток этого нету абсолютно. Я чувствую себя здорово, великолепно, полон сил, полон энергии, как бы. И я рад тому, что бой прошел чисто и безошибочно просто. Опять же, на самом деле, если посмотреть, бой это очень конкурентный был. Я даже где-то чувствовал себя очень хорошо во второй половине. Я, наверное, можно сказать, даже получше, чем свой оппонент. Чувствовал себя.
So, I don't feel that I lost the fight. I don't think about the loss. It's not something that like is on my mind right now because it was a great fight and it was a very clean fight, as you noticed. And we did not allow any mistakes, and the fight was very competitive. And especially in the second half, I felt that I did better than my opponent.
Gennady, this is Alejandro Ramirez. This is your 3rd fight with Canelo. Fighting at 168, did you feel Canelo stronger, bigger, or anything? Or did you feel any difference from this fight from the others?
Нет, наверное, как. Я не хочу сейчас, да, то есть принижать его победу. Да, он выиграл. Что он выглядел сильнее или быстрее, нет, абсолютно этого не почувствовал. То есть скажу так, что он наоборот как-то не доносил свои удары, то есть его скорость или его сила, допустим, во второй половине. И, то есть первую половину мы практически не боксировали, вторую половину началось, когда это все какой-то контакт, то есть ничего уже не ощущалось. То есть ничем он меня не удивил. 168.
Well, I don't want to belittle his victory, but at the same time, I did not feel that he was any faster or stronger. The shots that reached were not strong enough, and in the second half, he even lost in speed and power, and I think that even in the beginning we did not fight much. Like both of us, you could see that like the number of shots thrown were less than the second half. But again, I would say no surprises for me at all.
С удовольствием хотел бы, знаете, поблагодарить всех за отличную работу. То есть проведена отличная работа. Сегодня был замечательный вечер, грандиозный бой. Я думаю, так очень чистый, очень правильный бой для бокса вообще. Я считаю, что даже боксерская какая-то вот сейчас позиция, она возвращается на свои лучшие времена. Так что я хотел бы поблагодарить всех людей, кто работал. Замечательный день сегодня, замечательный вечер. Спасибо всем за работу.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank everyone for all your efforts, for your involvement. You saw a very clean fight, which was a great fight for boxing. And we can see that boxing deserves this. Boxing is being brought back on its positions when it was the best time in history of boxing. And again, thank you all very much.
Hi, thank you guys. Hi Canelo. Well, one of your friends in boxing, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, is gonna fight a trilogy too on December. What would you advise him?
Can you repeat the question, please?
One of your friends, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, is gonna fight on December a trilogy too. What would you advise to him?
Не то что советовать, любой бой, любой боец, я знаю, Чоколатито, выдающийся спортсмен, выдающийся чемпион. У любого спортсмена, у кого есть трилогия, это уже говорит о большом статусе, это большое достижение для этого спортсмена. Так что я пожелаю ему только удачи, пусть он это делает, это прекрасно. Трилогия в боксе, это прекрасно.
I'm not going to give any advice, but I should say that I know this boxer very well. He's an outstanding fighter, and the fact that he's getting the trilogy speaks a lot about him. It's a great achievement, so I can only wish him luck. All the best in the fight.
Thank you, guys.
You know the question. What do you advise Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez? What the hell does that have to do with anything? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You might as well ask you, what did you think of Barkley Duran back in like 90? Oh, okay. He was up there. He was up there, he was bleeding. How's that? I don't know. So, that's why I was trying to find that thing last night. I saw him. He's like, I said, yeah, I know where. Yeah, you know where the Spago is? Like Spago. It's one of the most famous restaurants in the whole world. I've never been there, but I've never been there, but I know what it's called. Spago. It was actually a nice little time. I wish I could have stayed in there. There wasn't a lot of people there, but there was people from the PPE.com.
Really put you. Should be.
The water keeps staying alright. It's like 19 to 32, 212 yards. He was 1-1. E.J. Warner, Kurt Warner's son. No, they lost 16-14.
Against Rutgers, that's not bad. Rutgers is not bad.
I wonder how many hundreds were at that game. So the Phillies lost again.
They're up 200.
They lost. No, I don't think they were up. They were down 2-0. They lost 4-2.
Well, they were up 2-1 last night.
Last night, yeah. Then they left 3-1. Sir Anthony got shelled.
People keep defending the Giants. They're a later young team.
Who?
They have an attitude. They're good.
They're a good team. Definitely a good team. We just have to play them. That's the problem.
This may sound maybe the Braves are doing a favor.
Give them the 3 spot.
Play the Mets and play the freaking Braves. Because the Braves
Or
are searching the Mets.
Or the Phillies. Or the Phillies back into the 3 spot. Play the Cardinals.
And I got news for you, man. Monday nights, they flip your prize.
I think they'll be alright. Or not worry about that team. They'll be okay. It'll be a good game. They're a good team.
Really likes Minnesota. I actually like how they play. They got incredible offensive weapons. And apparently this O'Donnell guy is an
O'Connell. You know what? I don't know about. I mean, he's a. That was Big V's. That was Big V's offense.
Really took this stuff.
Be advised, you're going to move it to the back.